Hello beautiful peoples, it's been a while. I'm Ofix Grey and welcome back or welcome to my channel. So if you haven't seen my shorts explaining the nightmare that has happened with my laptop and editing software and just not being able to make long form videos, I am hoping that is now fixed. There's no guarantee, but I'm hoping for now there is a fix. So, what are we up to today, or this week, you may ask? Guess how much of a deadline I've given myself this time? 4 days. It is my father's birthday in 4 days. This technically being the 5th night, because I'm wanting to get a bit of a head start. But this night's almost over, so about a month ago, my dad came across a short on his feed of a crochet monster that was a carkey holder. And I asked him, based on his reaction, is this something you would like? Because his reactions with my crochet presents haven't always been the most enthusiastic, which is fine, you know. Not everyone appreciates the homemade gifts or really wants them, so having a hint of what he wants this time actually helps me a lot. And it keeps me on the theme of doing homemade gifts, because every chance I get to do a homemade gift, I will take it. A, it saves on money, apart from yarn money, but we all know that doesn't count. And B, it just feels more personal rather than buying something. The other things that I would buy my father are socks, which definitely doesn't feel very personal. So he wants a carkey crochet holder thing. He likes Aliens, specifically the movie franchise Aliens, and I thought I would try to recreate a facehugger. If you know what that is. If you don't, I'll insert a picture like here or somewhere. But well, you'll get very familiar with it over the course of this video. But I am going to try to crochet one of them carkey covers in the style of an Aliens facehugger, and hope it turns out okay in 4 days. So here's the breakdown. Tonight, I am going to be planning. That means I'm going to be doing measurements, I'm going to be doing sketches, I'm going to figure out how I want to structure making it, because it's not as simple as just following a pattern, because I don't think there is one. And I would rather do it myself anyway. But I need to figure out how I'm going to incorporate the designs, whether I'm going to do it all in one go, or whether I'm going to make a base and do attachments off of that. Those are things I'll plan on figuring out tonight, or at least having a basis of. So yeah, I'm going to do my research, I'm going to get my base designs, I'm going to do some sketches, and hopefully it'll all go well tonight. I have just finished planning basically everything that I need. And I love how it looks. I know it isn't really about the fact that it looks like a sketchbook and it looks very aesthetically pleasing, but I do appreciate that. So I've figured out how I want to structure everything. I've figured out basic construction and ideas I have. I think my ideas are pretty clever, if I do say so myself, like using cantabs to get like the kind of unique shape. I don't know if that's going to focus, but you can recognize that it's a cantab. But yeah, cantabs to get the kind of circular bits, and then garden wire, which I have left over from another project. I can't remember what project it was now. I do remember. It was from when I made some like Lilith wings from Diablo, because I'm obsessed with Diablo, a few years ago for Halloween. But yeah, I've got some garden wire that I plan to put in the legs to like hold their shape, to make it kind of creepy, because otherwise they're just going to be kind of floppy and unsupported, and it could still look good. I don't think it would look cool, which is what I'm going for. So I have an idea of how I want it to interlace, and luckily on the back of the creatures their tail stands up and then like leads into their tail. It's like on the back of their body and then it leads into their tail, and I'm thinking I can hide the wiring and like the securing of the wiring, because obviously it's going to overlap and wrap around each other. I'm thinking I can hide that in the back, like the start of the tail, so that it's not too bulky. The base, which is basically going to wrap around the carkey itself, is going to be like open on the front of it. I'll probably keep it secure with some straps or with elastic, or if I just make it tight enough that it'll stay there on its own. And then the legs I will attach through the tail. As I said, the tail will be attached to the base, and the cantabs I think I'll do the same and just attach them afterwards. And I think that's basically like the basic construction. You'll be able to see what I mean when I'm actually doing it, obviously, and through the photo of my like sketch and description if you pause on that and see it. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for 2 yarn colours. The lighter one is going to be the base colour, which like represents the actual facehuggers, and then their details and like bones, I guess, like appendages and things, are often a darker colour, so I'm going to use the second colour for the details. I am going to go yarn shopping when my mum wakes up, which will be pretty soon, and get the colours that I need. So when I come back you'll be able to see the colours, and hopefully I'll be able to start actually working on it. Okay, so it is now night of day 2. I have got the yarn. You'll see it clearer in the clip earlier, but they aren't the original colours. The original colours are kind of like a cream and like a cream beige type colour, and then a brown, a very desaturated brown. I could not find thin yarn that from like the same brand, so it would be the same type of yarn. So these were the closest I could get, and I think it could still work. If anything, it might look cooler in my opinion, but I think he'll be able to appreciate that this is the closest I could get, and I don't think he'll really care that much, to be honest. Anyway, I have got the yarn. So I've got my 3mm and my 2mm. I cannot find my 2.5. It'll be attached to a project somewhere, and I have 2 of them, so but yeah, I'm hoping the 2mm will work, but if the yarn splits too much, then I'll have to go to the 3mm and make that work. It's going to be hard because it's a small project to make all the components fit and make it like proportional, but I think I can do it. I hope I can do it. So I've peeled back the case that he has originally. It isn't fully detached yet, I'll sort that out later. And I am now going to attempt to make the base, which I will be doing in this lighter colour. Okay, so I'm getting a little frustrated. I don't think what I'm doing is working. I've already restarted twice now, which I know doesn't seem like much, but I've been up for a while now. I'm getting tired, but I need to make progress today if I have any chance of finishing this in time. This is what I've got. Now bear in mind the carkey is small as well. I can show you what it looks like in comparison. It doesn't look that bad, but the thing is, it gets more asymmetric as it goes on, because obviously it's wider at the bottom and middle, and then it narrows at the top, and that is a nightmare to figure out how to do while crocheting in an oval. And I like my numbers symmetrical. I can't figure out the math if it isn't. So I'm thinking that the best way to do this is to crochet the width of the base and then just do basically this shape, like just the 2D of this shape, because I can then crochet the depth and curve it round, and I can do all that after. It's not gonna look as good as if it was an oval and maybe realistic, but a lot of it is going to be hidden through the details anyway, so I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. I'm gonna try it that way. I think if it doesn't work, I'll go back to the oval and just figure it out. I'm gonna have a little break now, a reset, have a coffee, and see if that helps, because I need to wake up. I could see myself going to bed and just falling asleep right now. So yeah, let's give that a try, see if that works, see if that helps. I have just woken up. I slept for a long time. Last night, there was like a load of moths downstairs and it was stressing me out because I have a phobia of flying things in enclosed spaces. So I didn't really get to do much of the work that I planned and needed to do. So I am now in my room. My dad is downstairs. Obviously I'm trying to hide this project from him, so I don't want to work on it in front of him. So I'm going to stay in my room a bit longer, work on this, try and make enough progress, and then hopefully I'll still be able to do what I need to do tonight. So let's give that a go. It is now night 3, Sunday night, and I have finished the first, the outline of the base. It fits pretty perfectly. I mean, obviously there's a bit of overlap, but it kind of needs to be a bit bigger anyway. So I'm now going to just do single crochet around the border a few times until I can get the depth of the key, because I'm only going like a brief border around this side, so it's open in the middle, which is where it's going to fit onto it. So I am now going to do the single crochet now, and I will get back to you after that's done. I have just finished the first row of single crochet around it. It took a few tries because this side I couldn't get the tension to match at all, so I had to end up redoing it like 3, maybe even 4 times. It's still a bit tighter than the other. You can see it like curling up a little bit in this bottom corner, but it's close enough, and you won't really be able to tell when it's on anyway. So it should be easier and quicker to do the rest of the rows now, because the first row is always the hardest, especially when going into the side of stitches. But yeah, I'm going to work on building up the depth now. Okay, so I have now finished the base. It looks a bit bumpy on the back, which I would have preferred for it not to if I could have done the oval, but it's okay because having the tail there will cover most of it anyway, and like I said before, I don't think he'll really care. It fits, not perfectly, but that's because there's this keyring on the top, and because I'm trying to like not make it too suspicious, I don't want to take it off and fiddle around with it too much. It's already enough peeling this back while I fit it and things, but I've left a little hole in the top where that keyring will fit through, so it'll be more secure. I think it might be a bit big because you can kind of see that at the bottom it rides up more than you'd expect it to, but I have elastic thread that I can use to secure that more if I need to, or I can just do another round either in a smaller hook or with more decreases. But I'm gonna leave the base at that for now and start working on the rest of the stuff, because otherwise I'm gonna run out of time, which is gonna be a common theme of this video. I also remembered I'm going to a open mic night tomorrow for spoken poetry, which I may or may not make a short about. So I'm gonna have even less time than I thought, with tomorrow being Monday night and his birthday being on Tuesday. Now I know he doesn't really mind if like the present is a bit late, but I kind of mind because I'm fed up of making presents late and not giving myself enough time. But also this whole thing with the long form video kind of was like sprung at once, because finding out the hard drive works. If we'd have found that out sooner, then I would have had more time. But yeah, so I'm now going to work on either the cantabs or the tail. I think I'm going to try the cantabs first, after I get some food, because I need some food. Okay, so I was just messing around with the cantabs. I kind of wish I had normal cantabs, but I don't really drink from cans apart from Red Bull, if you can't tell. And those were the best ones I had the most of. So I had 4, and I've put them like against each other back to back so that it's not as sharp, and I was just messing around with it. This is like the basic design I've gone for. It looks a bit messy. I don't mind that. The back side looks worse, but again, it doesn't need to be perfect, because these are just like, I'm guessing they're supposed to be like egg sacs or something like that, which is gross, I know, but so it doesn't need to be perfect because it wouldn't be anyway. That's also why I didn't count like the stitches and how many of what colour. But yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare trying to go through the ball shape, as you can imagine. But I've done one. I'm gonna now film the clips for the second one that I'm gonna do, and I will be back to you in a minute. Okay, so I've just finished the clips. They might not look the neatest, but like I said before, it doesn't really matter. I'm now gonna start on the tail, I think, but it is getting pretty late, so I might not be up for much longer doing this. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it in time, to be truthful, because I'm out tomorrow and I can't be up too late tomorrow because the meal is at like 2:30 p.m, which is midway through my usual sleep time. So I'm going to be on a lot less sleep than normal, and like, yeah. But I'm gonna try my best to get done what I can. So yeah, I'm gonna start on the tail now. It should be quite simple because it's just gonna be like a cylinder that then like narrows out when you get near the bottom. I might do a little bit of like a pattern using the colour work, but it probably won't be much of one. But yeah, let's make a start on that. Time is an ordered priority, giving our life viscosity, giving a structural monopoly. And don't speak out against the herd that consumes you with their tentative glare, but read that book that sings a mellow melody and pierces themes of treachery. Hello beautiful people, so I have not long been back from the open mic night that I told you guys about in the last clip. And oh my god, it was amazing. Like, genuinely eye-opening. I will definitely be going regularly. They meet up once a month on the last Monday of every month, so I will definitely be going there again. And they have 2 more events this week that are like not the same, but they're like running the same group, so I'm gonna try and attend them. This next one is tonight, it now being Tuesday at like 1 a.m. So today is my dad's birthday. We have a birthday meal at like 2:30, and the writing meetup, because this one's more of a writing meetup to share your writing ideas and get advice and things, which is very much down my alley. I can like test out chapters I've been working on and things that I'm not sure if they're working or not with other authors, which is a very exciting opportunity. So I'm gonna try and go to that because that's at like 6:30, 7 o'clock, so I should be able to go. There is also another open mic night on Friday that I would like to go to again meet new people, and I was recommended by one of the people there tonight to go, so yeah, it went very well. I know this isn't a writing video, but it was like mind-blowing, so I will definitely be going again. So in terms of where I'm at with my dad's present, I don't think I'm gonna get it done in time, but I'm also not mad at that. I've already asked him if it's okay, and he was fine with it, because obviously there's been a lot of events going on and things, and I've been working my hardest, but because there are more events this week now, I kind of can't miss the sleep like I would normally be fine doing, because it's going to be like a lot. But I'm still going to try and get as much as I can done tonight, I'm still working on the tail, and I don't think that's going to take that long to do, judging by how much I was able to do yesterday. So I'm going to focus on getting the tail done, then I'm going to make a start on the legs. Once I know what I'm doing with the legs, it's just rinse and repeat 8 times, so it's really not going to be that difficult. If anything, it's just going to be a bit boring. So yeah, let's crack on with it. Slight change of plans. I am getting tired, and because I kind of have been stressing about getting this done on time, and now I kind of don't have to, I might just have a night to myself, because I don't want to like run out of energy. So I think I'm just gonna have the night to myself. I'm probably gonna continue with, if you've seen any of my shorts, you'll have seen this project before, with my, that's the wrong side, knit cabled cardigan that I'm working on very slowly. So I'll probably just continue, it's kind of hard to see, but I'll probably just continue working on this upstairs in my room, catch up on some shows that I've missed, and then go to sleep, and then I'll continue with the rest tomorrow or when I wake up. So I will in fact see you tomorrow. Okay, so I've made quite a lot of progress in a decent amount of time. The tail is coming along well. For reference, obviously this bit will be more curved. It won't stand up, it won't cover as much, it will stand up and be a bit more 3D. But this is the point that we're at. I am currently struggling because, as you can tell, this is very small now. It's kind of hard to see, but it's very small. And even though I'm using a small hook, getting it into the stitches, into the right stitches, is becoming more and more of a challenge. So I'm definitely struggling more, especially because I don't ever use a crochet hook this small. So, but I want to make this quite a bit longer now. I still plan on adding a little loop that connects, and the colour changes have gotten a lot more basic since, but I don't think I'm that far off finishing the tail. I'm going to have a little break now and get myself some food because it is 4 AM. So I'm going to get some food, have a break, and then I'll continue, finish it off. Hello beautiful peoples. So we are on a new day. It is now Friday morning technically. I'm hoping to get the majority of it done today. Last night I finished the tail and I am so happy with how it looks and how it's turned out. You'll be able to see it better in some of the pictures and some of the clips I showed previously, but I love it. It's just like turned out a lot better than I expected. This is what it's looking like against the base. But yeah, the tail is done. I am really happy with how it turns out. I think it looks really cool on camera. The colour work especially stands out a lot more on camera, which I'm really happy about. So, hello beautiful peoples, Editor Ofix here. I'm sorry for interrupting the video. I'm gonna have to break this video down into two parts. I didn't record the footage to be in two parts, so it might seem like a bit of a sharp cut. I'm gonna try to do my best to phase it in and out for both parts of the video, but I just have too much footage and it's taking me too long to edit. So I'm gonna have to split it into two parts for it to come out at a reasonable time and for me to continue working on the videos, on my next videos that I have planned. I hope if you enjoyed this video so far, you will stay tuned and look for part 2 when it comes out, which hopefully shouldn't be too much of a difference. I imagine a week, maybe a week and a half difference. But it won't take too long because everything is filmed. The project is finished. I just need to edit the second half of the video, and I did forget about the extra footage that I had, which is why I've decided to split it in half. If you have enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you subscribing. You can click the bell to get notifications for when my new videos come out, which should hopefully be regularly. But yeah, it has been a joy to make a long form video again. I'm looking forward to more, and yeah, I will see you in part 2.